All right, Steve with Createability.
Thank you. And thank you so much, Dustin. Awesome job. The bad news is I'm ADHD. The good news is I have a few notes to keep you structured here. Um, so Createability Concepts out of Indianapolis, Indiana. We serve Ohio as well, and we're in 17 different states. We've been doing this Internet of Things thing you might have heard about for the last 20 years. And largely started out through grant research for the federal government. We still do that a lot. The National Institutes of Health, the National Institute on Disability, Independent Living, Rehabilitation and Research. And there's a section within the USDA that doesn't care about corn or cattle, it cares about improving life in rural America. There's a lot of rural in Indiana and Ohio. And my father was a Depression-era farm boy, so I've learned to really help that population as well. But the result of all that has been products that pass the mustard through the research and development, working with universities, some of the really brilliant minds in the field, to really develop products, and then we commercialize those products. So our products are the result of years of research and development in this field with hundreds of subjects telling us what's the wrong way to do things, what's a better way to do things. And it's a little embarrassing, but it took us 15 years to discover that we should always inquire of the expert on that person before making a decision about their care. The person. Duh. So if we do that, we add avatars, interactive avatars that actually talk to the person. They can then verbally communicate back. If they don't want to touch the screen or touch a tablet. The tablets can be a little screensaver kind of thing, scrolling slideshow of their favorite family members or vacations, those kind of things. But at the right time, on their TV or on their tablets, it pops up and says, "Hey, Bob, notice you didn't take your meds. What's up with that?" You know, or whatever relates to that person, because it's a person-centered plan that is based on that individual, adding the right technology, video when it makes sense, passive infrared sensors when it makes sense, or just communication devices with that individual to really engage with them. We found that the more we engage with them, the more they do it. The more they do it, the more fun that they have in doing it. We can really get a really great composite view of that person. And this spans more than just activities that we can monitor, such as bathroom activities, toileting, did they prepare meals, are they eloping, those kind of things. But we could actually get deeper into the understanding of the intent behind that, as including things such as their depression level. So we have a toy. It's a toy called, and I see some of the little orange guys around the room. It's a device called a tantrum, a little toy that looks kind of angry, fluffy, but it's still age appropriate, even adults love it. And it's a way to self-report that I'm off center. And you just simply throw a tantrum, and when it lands, it then starts talking to you on your tablet or on your TV, coaching you using a protocol developed by psychologists. I am not a psychologist. I'm just a geek engineer from Purdue. But this protocol guides them through a series of events, mindfulness kind of activities, you might understand it is that way. But deeper than that, activities such as new me activities, like what if you were, I don't know, Tom Cruise, how would he handle this situation? Trying to get them to imagine or play in a way of looking at this problem that they're having in an alternative view that might be more in alignment with their goals, such as not going to prison, you know. This covers everything from employment activities as well as home activities. And there's so many individuals that are have comorbidities such as diabetes. A lot of people, as you know, with Down syndrome are also a little heavier and may be kind of candidates for diabetes. So this helps them engage in the management of that. We just received a big grant through the Center for Medicaid and Medicare Services to to help them do that, distribute that new plan. And I just took some allergy medication that absorbs every bit of moisture in my mouth as I'm trying to talk. Another area that we really love is employment opportunities. And with WIOA and the reduction of the 14C certificates, employers are really struggling with how am I going to continue to hire people with intellectual disabilities. But the big market, the big potential is new employers that never really had got the plan before or saw the vision before. How do we help them better understand how to do a task analysis? I've never been trained in task analysis. Well, we tried training them and we found out it just doesn't work. If you don't want to do it, they're just not going to do it. And there's so many things that an employer needs to do that they may struggle with breaking that down appropriately. So we're using technology now in these situations with Source America, one of the larger Ability One networks, running some experiments where we can help employers define a job using artificial intelligence. It breaks the job down into bite-sized steps with pictures and supports that would help the individual with a disability to better understand how to complete that task and then report it into the cloud. So that's what we're about. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Steve.